In the profound realm where ethics, morality, and the human condition converge with the brutal realities of conflict, a complex and contemplative narrative unfolds, the story of the philosophy of war. Picture a world where philosophers, ethicists, and thinkers grapple with the fundamental questions surrounding the nature of war, its justifications, and the ethical principles that should govern the conduct of armed conflict. Enter the protagonists, philosophers of war, ethicists, and sages of conflict, who embark on a journey driven by a deep exploration of the human psyche, societal values, and the moral calculus of engaging in organized violence. The narrative commences with the contemplation of the just war tradition, where ancient philosophers laid the foundations for ethical considerations in warfare. The protagonists delve into the writings of thinkers like Cicero and Augustine, seeking to establish criteria for the just conduct of war and the legitimacy of armed conflict. As the story unfolds, the philosophy of war grapples with the challenges posed by the evolving nature of conflict. From the advent of gunpowder to the complexities of modern warfare, philosophers explore the ethical implications of technological advancements, the rise of asymmetric warfare, and the blurred lines between combatants and non-combatants. The saga takes a humanistic turn as the protagonists examine the psychological toll of war. Philosophers of war delve into the nature of trauma, moral injury, and the impact of violence on the human soul. The narrative becomes a poignant exploration of the costs of armed conflict not only on the battlefield but within the hearts and minds of those who partake in it. The narrative intensifies as the philosophy of war confronts the ethical dilemmas of nuclear weapons, the challenges of humanitarian intervention, and the implications of unconventional warfare. Thinkers grapple with the fine balance between the necessity of self-defense and the imperative to minimize harm to civilians. The story takes a global perspective as the philosophy of war extends beyond Western traditions. Ethical considerations in Eastern philosophies, religious perspectives, and indigenous worldviews become integral to the narrative. The protagonists recognize the diversity of thought and cultural nuances that shape attitudes toward war and peace. In the era of information warfare, the narrative explores the ethical dimensions of cyber conflict, disinformation campaigns, and the weaponization of technology. Philosophers of war become guardians of truth, advocates for responsible conduct in the digital realm, and champions of ethical considerations in the face of emerging threats. In the broader context, the philosophy of war embodies the eternal quest for moral clarity amid the chaos of armed conflict. The protagonists, guided by principles of justice, humanity, and the sanctity of life, continue to shape the narrative of ethical considerations in war. The story of the philosophy of war is a contemplative exploration of the enduring tension between the harsh realities of conflict and the timeless pursuit of a more just and humane world.